Yeah, I think you plan it and you think this is, you have an outline of the things that you need to do and you team building. But I couldn't have appreciated the level of the double appreciation here, the level of appreciation that our guys had for the hospitality and the effort that the Finns put in. And it was one of those things, maybe, where your parents do something really special for you and you know how hard they worked for a birthday party or and in that moment you actually did show your appreciation and it was real. And so that was really neat. Yeah, just special. And I think it was great. I think everybody had it one time. The hospitality was excellent. And yeah, it was great and well run. And the league was great. Everything. It was one of those things where it was just wonderful.
We've talked so often over the last couple of years, we've seen it so often, how guys come here and just kind of immediately find their place because of how special things are in that dressing room. Jesper Boquist, AJ Greer, Nate Schmidt, these new guys that you've brought in, how have you seen them embrace Panther hockey and kind of just immediately fit right in?
Well, you guys know, right? It's not. I think it happens because the room is set up that way, and it's the guys who welcome other people come in. It doesn't really matter where you're from or who you are. You're welcome to be yourself and to be one of us and do your best. And it starts with them.
We talked about the July 1. You guys lost so many guys off that fourth line, but you were able to replace them. It felt like maybe a couple guys would be an upgrade. Do you feel you've been, now that you've seen it together at least for 2 games with Nosek back in, you're pretty pleased with how that's been kind of rebuilt?
Yeah, and I think it's a work in progress. That the lines are always changing and that, there's ebbs and flows with everybody. But I've been real happy with everyone so far, with how they've done. And I think that the deployment of guys over time is, it ebbs and flows. And but the individuals I think have all, I'm excited about what everybody's done.
A couple of the kids we talked about in the training camp, Hunter St. Martin off to a great start, gets his ELC today. You announced Grayson Sachin. How important is it to get those guys in, and with the development, the way this organization is right now, you don't have to rush these kids in. That they can develop at the pace that they're supposed to. How important is that for you guys?
That's a great point. It's really important that they can develop the right way. And the right way for you might be different than the right way for Jess or for me. And so if we can provide those opportunities, the players are all obviously the best development path for them as individuals, but then we're going to reap the benefits. And that's something that we have to do. It's vital, and kudos to our scouting staff for finding these guys. And I'm excited for both of them. And you saw them in training camp. I mean, both those guys earned it.
This is the first time we've gotten to talk to you since Paul's extension. We've talked so much about signing the core and getting them long term. To have Paul sign long term, just what does that mean to have? Again, the continuity both on the player level and then looking at the coaching and then obviously with you as well.
Yeah, there's so many levels to that. There's Paul the person, Paul the friend, Paul the leader, Paul the coach. I suspect if you had the conversation with almost every player, it comes back, he's the best coach I ever had. And we're so lucky to have him. We're lucky to have the family. We're lucky to have Mitch here too. And just all the experience and the character and the quality, and it's great. It's a blessing.
When you see that, and I know you don't see it, but there's responses on the videos. I would run through a wall for this guy. What a great representative of the Panthers he is. That's what people are saying on the outside. Do you feel that way, that Paul has that certain deal with the team, that these guys love playing for him, and he's represented the Panthers pretty well these past couple of years?
Yeah, I think it comes down to trust. And when he first came, very quickly, we weren't even doing that well, but I had made a comment that the guys trust you. They do. They trust you. And then as we evolved, they believe in him, right? And so trust is, you know that he's well-intended, and the believe in it, you take that to the next level and say, yeah, when things aren't going great, I'm not going to question it. I'm in. And I think that's the case not only on a technical hockey level or an individual skill evaluation level, but on a human level as well. And I think the guys know how much he cares about them and how sincere he is. Yeah.
And
I'll be his agent, I guess. No, but
too late now.
no, he's done a wonderful job. Yeah.
Looking at the sauna robes.
Okay, I've got to give full cred. Rob Tallis, well, Lucy Tallis. It was her idea. She had made some robes for us. And Rob Tallis is the kind of guy who's very, very thoughtful. And I think it's probably Lucy. But very, like, when he gives a gift, he puts thought and time and energy into it and then explains it. He's just he's special that way. And so we have to give the true credit. It was Lucy's idea. And then for, actually, you guys have a role because we kind of need the robes, right? Like the layout of the locker room is such that it's probably appropriate. So the timing was good. And then, yeah, we came to Finland, and the boys really liked it. So
Were they comfortable? Was it comfortable? as they
very comfortable, very comfortable.
Bill, you've been around the Spencer the last year. Do you know what he went through with everything 2 years ago and then getting back to where he needed to be? Just what's it like seeing him? He went through that process, and now seeing him where he is, helping you guys, and looking like he's back to the Spencer you guys were hoping he would be.
Yeah, and anytime you look at an individual's progress, you have to pause and realize from what lens are you examining it. And sometimes different people, I'll use your word, progress on different time frames. So for me, he's just being Spence. And you don't, as with any goalie, you don't get really too high or too low. But he's doing the things that we thought that he would do. And most important, I think that he's really enjoying playing hockey.
Just last one with this Florence case,
Mhm.
the way that he stepped up. I mean, he's quarterback in the power play, big forward when you guys were doing some injuries. Just how much credit does Lewis deserve, or just kind of what he's been able to provide early on to this team when they needed it?
When Kenny Holland was running Detroit, I was an agent, and he used to say to me, we have the guys in Grand Rapids until they're overripe. What he meant was, yeah, they could have been ready before, but it's not really going to hurt them to get them. And sometimes there's not opportunity. So, like, for example, if you're a wonderful young center, we're going to sit Sasha. You know, we're going to say, so there's also has to be that right opportunity for you to come in and do it. And Uvis did a great job waiting for a chance. And every time he's gotten in the lineup and gotten a chance to play, he does whatever's asked of him. He was a puck-moving, playmaking guy before he came, and certainly was, with the Latvian national team as well. And he's just continues to take whatever's there and make the most of it.
Seems to really be pretty adept at running that power play since he's been slid up in that one spot.
Yeah, we've been real happy with him, and like I said, I think his personality is such as well that he doesn't, whatever you throw at him, if he just does what he can do, and he's happy to contribute in any way.
Glad to be home for a couple.
It's nice to be home. Yeah.